What's up YouTube, it's Nar, and I'm back today to share with you guys a video that has to do with what type of year it is. And if you guys already know what type of year it is, then you already guessed, this is a back to school video. So I know I'm a little bit late to the game. I know some schools have been in for 2 weeks, some people went back last week, some people go back this week. I personally don't go back to the 27th, and the other schools in my area that are like elementary schools don't go back till the 3rd after Labor Day weekend. I am technically late, but I'm not. So if you guys haven't started school, or if you have and you just like these videos, stay tuned. So to start off, the bag that I have is the North Face Borealis backpack. It is, I believe, $99 on the website. It is a bit pricey, but I really wanted one of these my senior year. So I saved up, and I used it my senior year, my freshman year, and I brought it to rec all summer, which includes going to the beach, going at a park and sitting in the dirt all day, and then literally going to amusement parks for 6 weeks in a row. And the backpack still looks practically new to me, so I would recommend it for those if you want a more pricier backpack that's better quality. So I'm going to start off with the first big pocket. The very first thing in the very large pocket of the backpack is my laptop. So when you're in college and you go to lectures, it's literally like you have the slideshow. They give you the slideshow before the lecture, so you can either review it or you can follow along during the lecture, even though you're supposed to have already taken notes. Pretty much if you get bored, you can also go on Facebook, but the teachers really never know, and you don't really get papers in classes. It's literally all online. You do all of your work on your laptop and you bring it everywhere you can possibly bring it. So my laptop is a MacBook Pro 13-inch. It's the 2016 edition one. It doesn't have the little weird bar in the front that's like touch. I bring it everywhere to all my classes. Everything at my school is online. You don't get papers. All the slideshows, everything is on the laptop. So that is like my savior. I have to bring it everywhere, and I use it all the time. Second thing that I have in my backpack is a binder. So most classes you don't actually need a binder for unless you're keeping the stuff that you type and print or the slideshows in the binder in your dorm. Everything is, like I said, online. So I only have binders for my labs because I keep all my labs in here and I hole punch them. But if I do every once in a while get a sheet or something, or like an article, sometimes some classes they give you articles, you can mark them up and you want to keep them if they're going to be like you need to review them for the midterm or whatever. I have these Mead 5-star folders. I've had these last year. They are great. They're plastic and they have 2 little holders, and then they have like a card holder. I actually held flashcards in here. That was like the easiest thing for me. So each class had their different flashcards little holder, and they were all separated, and these literally stand up to anything. And these folders, I have 4 of them. They're my saving grace. This is what I use for my classes instead of binders. Lastly, the 2 similar things that are in my large pocket are notebooks. So I need spiral. I hate those like composition ones where they have just like the paper binding. So I will either have one of these, which I go through these really easily and really quickly. So I think I'm gonna use these for like my rough notes. I have like different stages of my notes, especially for when I'm studying. I have like my notes that I take and then I make them nicer, nicer, nicer. And so for like the first draft of rough notes, I use the college ruled one. You can use any one except the college rules. The little lines, there's more space between the lines, so that's why I use them. They also have these pockets in them, which I never also use, but I use them to like divide classes instead of having to take 5 spiral notebooks to class every single day. And then the last 2 notebooks that I have are the ones that are like went before I have a test. This is when I put the real information that I really need to like crunch time remember. So I have this one, and then I have this more tropical one. They're both from Office Envy, and they're just a spiral bound journal, 80 rolled pages, 2 pocket folders. I mean, my favorite thing, oh, this one says ready for departure. I didn't even see that. But the reason I like these is not only because they're cute, and obviously they have the nice, very nice note pages, and they also have the date on top, and it says notes, and they're They're just a nicer version of a notebook. I'm very picky and OCD about how I write certain things, so these are great for me. Last thing that I typically sometimes have in the biggest pocket of my backpack is a textbook. Some teachers require you to bring the textbooks to class. That's typically labs. I also have like a workbook that I probably will have to bring this year, but I typically don't like to bring them because they're super heavy and my classes are back to back, so having to carry that to lectures for 4 or 5 hours a day is completely exhausting. Moving on to the middle pocket. This one probably has the least amount of stuff in it. It has my pencil bag, which is a TJ Maxx Rewards makeup bag, and I just have my highlighters, my pens, my pencils. Pretty simple. I'm not someone who likes the hard cases because I feel like they take up more room. You can't like, I can just stuff this in and it conforms around anything. Those, they're like bulky. So this was just like perfect timing. It's very simple. It's black. It's nice. And then I have this little note card holder. If I'm studying for a class or like I can bring this to the library. It has little sections that you can write stuff on and you can just separate each class's note cards. Pretty simple. Got it at Staples. I don't know how much, but it's cheap. And then also I typically have snacks in here. I ran out of my snacks that I typically eat during the school year, so I was going to stuff them in here, but I don't have them. But I typically just have like a Lara-bar, a Kind bar. Sometimes I'll cut up like celery and have like a little thing of almond butter in it. And then lastly, the smallest pocket, I have just like hair elastics. I have my charger because my phone dies at like 40% now because it's an iPhone 6. And this charger saves my life and keeps my phone actually working throughout the day. And then just like lip balm. Sometimes I'll have bobby pins in there, sometimes I'll have ibuprofen in there, it really depends. And then lastly, I just carry water bottles on the side of my pockets. I'll also have my keys in here and my sunglasses on this side, so like whichever side they're on. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing what is in my backpack, you know, the college version. And I'll see you guys next time for another back to school video.